Yeah, good afternoon. This is the story about pattern from Isfahan. When you are entering the big Friday Mosque in Isfahan, and then from the mosque you are going outside on the big area behind, on the left side you will see a pattern like this. It is carving made in stone, probably marble stone. It is covered by the glass. The glass is dirty and is really disturbing everything. So I had really hard time to get the proper picture from my photo. But you can see what you have here. And this is a typical pattern from using the 12 petals rosette. So for this reason, I call it 12 petals from Isfahan. And I rather will be talking stories, not the tutorials or anything else. So, because whatever I say, it is really part of a story. Every pattern for me is a story. You are looking at it and you're thinking, what is here? What is the geometry of this pattern? How was thinking the person who was developing it? So that's really a story, and you have to go deep into this story. So let's go to the page next. Okay, I will just remove the lines, edit, select all points and display. So I have everything what I needed. Here you have information, the Jama Mosque of Isfahan, is known also as Atik Mosque and the Friday Mosque of Isfahan. This is the mosque that is located very close to the central square. You go to Wikipedia and you can find a lot of information about this mosque, but I'm mostly interested in patterns, so I will talk about the pattern. The rest you can research on your own and you will be absolutely fine with everything. And so you will get a lot of good information about this mosque, about its history, and also you can find a number of books where you get a lot about this mosque. Now, listen, what I'm doing here, I'm drawing symmetry lines. A vertical symmetry line, it is the one that I have here. Okay, properties. No, I don't want to. Okay, it's not selectable, and I will make it slightly transparent so you can see better. Okay, so this is the mirror, vertical mirror. Now you have horizontal mirrors like this one, and the story is the same like with many other patterns that I was showing you. Top part and the bottom part are the mirrored motifs. This one, and left and right. So if you want to do something, you just need to do one of these rectangles. And with these rectangles, you can easily find out that we have just dodecagons going this way, and then we have a dodecagon going this way. So you can see that, like in the previous pattern that we were talking, the 12 petals from Tokat, we also have here dodecagons, and these dodecagons are just bringing us the whole story. Constructing a thing like this, it is a really easy task. So you can just make it this way and this way, and this way. So you see the 2 points that are here are the major points for the whole thing. So let's do it, okay? I like doing things, not much talking about them. So my construct two perpendicular lines, then just take this point, double click on it, and then transform, rotate how much? 90 degrees by, okay, just let's make by 6 is fine. Okay, transform, rotate, transform, rotate, again, transform, rotate. Okay, if you are bored with this, you can just say, okay, reflect these lines. Okay, I even don't need this one, so that's fine. Now, the story normally begins here. If you have all these lines that are thin, you can always, based on these lines, you can build something. In our case, if you are looking on this rectangle, this is probably the best option. So construct perpendicular line, that is this what we are getting. So our pattern will be inside of this rectangle. So make it black, line style medium, okay, and then this one, and then here, and of course the bottom segment we have to make it black. Okay, so this is this. And now, what about the rest? You see, we have all these lines, we have even more because we have this line. Okay, but let's keep it. That is fine. Okay, and then what I can do, I can just do exactly the same on the left top corner. So transform, rotate, fine. Okay, now I don't want to do so many things, so transform, reflect, okay, and then transform, reflect. Okay, I got what I wanted. And now it's time for my segments. That's the first segment. Display color red. That's the one here. Then you have another one here, and then you have another one here. And now, you see, you can always make a vertical line. Okay, and from this point you can also make a perpendicular line. Okay, so you will need these 2 points, and then what you can do, you can just do this, and you can do this, and you can do this. Okay, and now I need this. Okay, now let's hide whatever we don't need here. So I'm hiding these lines. Okay. Okay, so that is fine. And this is giving me opportunity to remove also other lines that don't help us much. Okay, I don't need this one, I don't need this one. Display, hide these lines. Okay, so that is this. And now I have to just make some additions. Display line style thin. Okay, and then I will do the same, and I will do the same. Okay, I need also this just to get the full picture. So that's the whole story. Okay, so we got the tessellation for this rectangle, and we can repeat it all over again and again. File, document options, and okay, maybe before doing further, I wish just to show you what is the concept that I developed for this pattern. That's the concept that looks like this. You see, if you have this dodecagon, the dodecagon is just built out of triangles like this. Okay, let me do. So my dodecagon is built out of triangles like this. Okay, but you see, this pattern has a very specific inside. Normally, if you are doing pattern like the previous one, the 12 petals from Tokat, this side was completely empty. Here, we don't have this, okay? Here we have something extra. And in fact, if I draw something like this, and I will make it line style medium and display color blue, and this one, okay? So this reflection about this edge, okay, then the one here, okay, reflection, transform, reflect, is giving me a nice small petal like the one that is here. Okay, so you have not only the big petals, that's a big petal, then you have kites around them, and then you have small petals like this. And this is the concept for the whole thing. So first we're developing this part, and then we're developing the other part. Now, it is convenient instead of, okay, line style solid, it is convenient instead of doing dodecagon, just do a regular triangle like this, equilateral triangle like this, and build everything on it. So file, document options, add, duplicate page 3. Okay, and now I don't need this because I need a space. Okay, now I have to just remove. Yeah, okay. So this is what I had to remove. And then do I have any points extra here? Okay, so this is the concept that I am showing you, and I will be following it step by step. So first, build a triangle and make it red. Okay, and then just proceed with the story like this. So that is our triangle. Okay, now you don't need the circles, so hide them. Now put this in the middle, and you can even make it bigger if you want. Okay, so I will just make it bigger. This is my point, and then expanding this way. That's very convenient, really. Okay, now from this point I construct a perpendicular line. That's the line that I have here. I have it pink, but I don't really need the pink color, so that's the line. Now look, in construction of dodecagon, what we have to divide this angle into parts. So construct angle bisector. I will make it thin in a moment, and another one. Yes, construct angle bisector. Okay, now leave these lines thin. absolutely like this. And if you just notice one thing, these 2 points were for the decagon. Okay, so transform reflect. Okay, so that's the point, and then transform reflect. So our dodecagon is going like this. Okay, and here it is going like this. And I said I don't need the whole dodecagon. I just need a triangle like this. This means I'm not working on this triangle, and I just take it as a part of the whole construction. Okay, now you see here the blue line. What is really the blue line? Okay, what you have to do really, take the central point, okay, and go up to this edge. Okay, so we have this. Our triangle is here. This is the last, and we have to build the rest. Okay, so transform reflect. Okay, and this is what you have on. Yeah, okay, that's fine, but I don't need this one in such a way. I need, yeah, okay. So that's, I was building this triangle, and then again, what I need to reflect it here. Okay, and I have to hide myself. So this is next part of the dodecagon. Okay, and if you continue this way, you will get a real, a real dodecagon like the one that we have here in this blue color. Now, look at the blue line. The blue line is starting from here and is going up to this point. So, construct. Okay, now just you have to just get construct a line like this. It is parallel to this edge. You see, this edge here, this is this part that we have here. In fact, we have here a triangle, but I didn't draw anything. Okay, display, line style, color. Okay, so that's the blue color line. And then we have really everything. Starting from this point, transform, reflect, we can make the main pattern. How? The normal way. You see, this is what is happening here. This is the triangle from the regular dodecagon. This is the one here. So what we do, we just take these 3 points. This one is in the middle. We construct angle bisector. Okay. And normally what I do, I just treat this line as a dashed line because this is my bisector. What I do, double click on it, I treat it as a mirror, transform, reflect, perfectly fine. Now, transform, reflect, okay, and now transform, reflect, and now again transform, reflect. Okay, you see what we got? We got the black part of the pattern. I will start drawing it. Okay, so display, Okay, line style. Okay, I need lines. Display a line style. Okay, just first I need a line. So medium and not dash solid, and then make it black. Okay, so you see I can just make nice petal like this. You remember the 12 petals from Tokat? Their pattern, the pattern in Tokat, had parallel edge. These edges were parallel. Here they are not. Now you can draw the rest of the pattern for the triangle just like this, just this way. Okay, there's nothing wrong with this. Okay, and now if you wish to get this part and this part, you have to make reflections. So take this segment and this segment, even this point, transform, reflect. Okay, and then copy the same on the right side, transform, reflect. Okay, so this is what we got, the black part, not really everything. We have to finish the corners. So if I have this line, and if I will make it thin, so what I do, I just do this what I normally do. Transform, reflect, because this line, this is the edge of the decagon, so I can do it. And then what I will do, I will just draw a segment, fat segment, line style medium, and then if I got it, I have to do the same on the left side. So my only thing that I can do is transform. This is the symmetry line of everything, so transform, no, wrong, okay, this line, and then transform, reflect. Okay, so the black part is ready. This is the nice design that we got. Okay, file, document options, add, duplicate for. Okay, what we need to do now, we need to remove some of these extra lines because these will be useless for us in the future. And also this one and also this one. Okay, hide them. Yes. Okay, so that is fine. And now look what I did here. The pink thing. What the pink thing is doing, it is connecting this point with this point. So where I have them, okay, the one is here. This is the one. No, this is the one. Okay, and this is the one. Let's make these 2 points, point style large, and then let's make them color, let's say red. So these are the points. Now, this means I take this point and I take this point, display color red, and display point style large. These are the 2 points that I used for creating the rest. So what I do, I just draw a line, display line style thin, and of course the same way, what I do, I just take a reflection and I take this line, reflect it here. Okay, I don't know why I got this. Okay, so look what we got for the blue part. Now, this point point style medium and display color the other one. I have only the two special points, and now segments. That is the blue one. Line style medium and display color the blue one. Then the one here, the one here, the one here. Okay, so this is what we got. We got exactly this part that you need here. File, document options, add, duplicate page 5. Okay, and now what I have to do, I have to really clean my drawing. So display, hide objects. I don't need this line. Hide lines. Okay. For some reason, some points. Okay, now edit, select all points, display color, and make it white. Okay, we don't need so many colorful points. Okay, look, that's what we needed. That's what we needed, okay? So what I will do, I will just select, okay, first no scaling. So, yeah, okay. Now, remove this polygon, this point. Okay, and that is what I wanted. Okay, I wanted everything. I want this. I want this. I don't want this. I don't want right. I don't want this. And now this. Remove this part. Yes, I think I've got everything what I wanted. And just go to make a new tool. Okay, so that's the pattern that we have. File, document options, add, duplicate page 6. Okay, now if you got this, remove this, and now check if your tool or if our tool works fine. It works perfectly fine. Okay, I could probably use this point also, but I don't need these points. Why? Okay, let me to show you why. Because in this drawing here, I turned everything into hexagon. From regular octagon, I made a hexagon. That's the hexagon that looks like this. Okay, so let me to go here and let's try a regular hexagon. Yeah, okay. That's my hexagon. Okay. And now let's see what I will be getting from my triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see it? You got it. Perfectly fine. So now where we have our okay, this is what we need. File, document options, add, duplicate page 2. Okay, and now I turned everything into hexagon. So what I have to do, I have to forget about these segments. Okay, display, hide these segments. I really don't need even this one. Okay, and now my hexagon, my triangle is like this. 1, 2, you see what I'm getting? Now, so this was the hexagon part. Now, what I do, transform, reflect, and then yes, okay, and then what I will do, I will take this part and transform, reflect, okay, and now that is what I get here. Okay, you see, I got practically the whole thing. I have to remove these elements, hide these objects, okay. Now I have to remove also these elements, hide these objects. I have to remove the red segments. So display, hide them. Okay. And now what I really want to do with this, hide intersection, file, document options, add, duplicate page 8. Okay. And now this was this part. So if I reflect it, transform, reflect, okay. So we got this part. Now display, hide this segment. Now again, transform, reflect, okay. And now remove these things, hide segments. We need to make it smaller because we are not ready. So like this, and now, so that's the bottom part. Okay, now if you want to get the top part, you still have to make it smaller. Double click on it, remove these segments, display, hide these segments, and now transform, reflect. Okay, and now select all points and then hide these points. And this is what we got. Looks like the original pattern from Isfahan. Okay, that looked like this. No, okay, just I know what is happening, okay, but I don't want to. So this is this. You can see what you got. This is the central rosette. Then that's the central star. Then you have narrow shapes like those that are, and you have 6 of them. And then you have what? You have the bottom rosette, and then you have the side rosette, and so on and so on. So that's the story of this pattern. If you have time, you can develop it step by step. Only in this place where I was doing, okay, just in this place, don't miss these points. So make a tool, just select everything. You don't need, okay, edit, no, edit. Okay, triangle 2, because if you want to color it, you will need these points. So your new tool will look like this, and all points are in place. In my case, I didn't copy all these points, so this is the point that I missed, and I didn't do this point and this one, okay? But you cannot add points like I was adding because you never know if these are the real points. Okay, and I think you like this story, the story of the pattern from Isfahan, and try to make it on your own and post it on Instagram, and then we will be seeing who of you made it better. So let's say goodbye and see you another time.